Here's Carrington.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Kobe Bryant.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Davis is out there with Coulibaly. Then there's Carlton Carrington. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Johnson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, say does that start?
A lot of the talk coming in focused on the backcourts, Richard. Both teams have outstanding guard play.
And that means we should see some creative offense. I love skill play at any position, but it's often the guards that will leave you speechless.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Kobe Bryant, LeBron James out there with Miles Bridges. And it's O'Neal in at the 5, down low. Now here's Bryant from about 19. Second shot opportunity. O'Neal misses. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Outside Hart. To the inside. And there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist by Towns.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Here's Iverson. Brunson defending. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
And we're about a minute into the first. Iverson passes to O'Neal. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Hart. In the game against Portland, very impressive.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Karl Anthony Towns at the line. shots.
The first one falls, and we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. Now here's Brunson. 27 points his last game. Outside Hart, back to Towns. The rebound by Bridges.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
With the 10-footer. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. For New York, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Bridges outside. Back to Bryant. Top of the key. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
There's a great rhythm to that shot. You see the practice hours.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. It's Bridges on the wing. 6 to shoot. Off the mark there with a 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Now James. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Bridges, a screen on Anunoby. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Brunson. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game. Fires from the wing, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
Here's Iverson, still without a bucket. And he throws it down with one hand.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Iverson, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Hard with it. Pass to Towns. And the layup is good off the glass. Towns has got his second bucket on the night.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Iverson passes to James. Shot from 16. And he can't bank that one in. The Knicks with the lead. Anunoby on the take for 3. Bridges. Pure from 3-point range.
This demonstrates how confident Bridges has become. He knows he has a green light to fire away.
Here's Iverson. Drives to the hoop. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Here's Brunson outside. And the Knicks, another 3.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Lakers trail by 6. Bridges, a screen on Bridges. Out to Bridges. To the wing on the left. Fires, high post. Towns with a rebound. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play. Got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Alvarado's checked in for Anunoby. And the Lakers also making a switch. Richards is checked in for O'Neal. On defense, Los Angeles. They trail by 6. 3-pointer, Bridges. Alvarado outside, puts up a three. The Lakers with a rebound. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Yeah, your second unit, those reserves, they can swing a game.
Now here's Alvarado. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. And the basket by Towns.
One of the better three-point shooting bigs. Towns has great accuracy.
And the Lakers making a change here. And let's have a look at the two guards who have been the most efficient shooters over the last month. You take a look at Bryant, topping the chart with his efficiency.
And I just love how he doesn't waste possessions. He doesn't force things. By and large, if the shot isn't there, he'll just make the right pass.
It's the kind of decision-making that's led to this sky-high shooting percentage.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Watson. The three-pointer off the mark. New York leading by 9. Inside. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Peyton Watson. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Now here's Russell. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
It seems like just yesterday when D'Angelo Russell started his career in the NBA. Richard, hard to believe he's been in the league a decade plus now.
Yeah, the second overall pick in 2015. Russell is an experienced NBA player who remains a valuable rotation player.
Now here's Christie. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
Here's Alvarado. Outside Brunson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Oubre, he's checked in for the Lakers. Getting into the final third of the season now, Richard. Award talk is coming into focus.
I think most of the voters are starting to make their very short list. Fans might have made up their minds, but the next month will be very important.
Now here's Hart. The 11-footer. Got a hand on it. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. Here's Brunson. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Lakers trail by 13. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
The Lakers with another miss. New York has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Brunson's got 13.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Russell against Brunson. Kicks it out to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. Money from 17 feet out. Bryant's got his second bucket of the night.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Alvarado. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 16-point game. And here's Oubre from the arc. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Towns. It's good. 11 points in the game.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Lakers trail by 18. Oubre, a screen on Brunson. Out to Oubre from deep. And it's New York with a rebound. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won.
And who knows, if you want to look all the way ahead to the finals, it's possible these teams could see each other there. So both teams looking to make a statement in their first meeting of the season.
Now here's Russell. No points yet. Outside Oubre. Pass to Richards. Now Russell. Alvarado defending. Back to Richards. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Good work in the pick and roll. I like it when Russell looks to distribute in these sets.
New York leading by 16. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
And make some noise. It's your Knicks City Dancers.
Changes here for New York. Sohan's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges comes in for Hart. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Russell. Now here's Clarkson. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at the Lakers, here around the midway point, they've proven to be a top 3 team in their conference.
When I look at the Lakers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's James, averaging around 5 points a game. Pass to Richards. Now, here is James. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Bryant against Clarkson. Now here's Alvarado. And here's Sohan for 3. And so it's New York looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Jeremy Sohan. And it's Alvarado in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him. And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And the basket by Bridges.
Just so strong from deep. Bridges is great behind the arc.
On the take, it's stolen by Clarkson. It's a one-on-one situation. It's deflected. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Iverson. And slam dunk by James.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And that one's good. Clarkson.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Lakers trail by 19. James outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Robinson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. O'Neal, he's checked in for the Lakers. Free throw good, Robinson. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more.
Now, here is James. To the left wing. Here's Iverson. And a miss there on the triple. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Miles Bridges checked in for James.
Miles Bridges.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Anunoby. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Oh, just great energy. Stayed with the play all the way through.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Iverson. Will it go? Intercepted. Outside Anunoby. Here's Sohan. Deflected. Here's Iverson. Screen by O'Neal. Iverson passes to James. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. The shot's good on the assist by James. O'Neal's got 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Alvarado, the pass to Sohan. New York working the ball around now. Robinson gets the bucket. 7 points in the game.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Iverson. Alvarado defending. Oh, Robinson with a block. And they'll keep possession. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Sohan, and he drives in.
So assertive on the take. Sohan is relentless when he sees a lane open up.
Well, the Lakers shooting at 30% here in the second. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. Well, you want officials to get the calls right. But for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit. But the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time for nothing.
Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Sohan. And the Lakers also making a switch. Russell is checked in. Now a timeout called by New York.
Keep it up for. Keep it up for.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Down low. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Russell. He's scoreless. Pass to Watson. Screen by Bridges. It's Bridges on the wing. Outside Russell. Screen by Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Love the selfless approach from Russell. His teammates appreciate when he finds them uncovered.
Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Robinson. Here's Towns. Shot blocked. And here's Watson. Beyond the arc. Back to James. Stolen by Bridges. Fast break. Here comes New York. Finished off the break. Alvarado's got 5.
And Bridges has a nice all-around game, including knowing when to involve his teammates.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. Brunson is checked in for Alvarado. And the Lakers also making a change. Christie's checked in for James. New York has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Now Brunson. 13 points in the game. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He's got 15.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
Outside Christie. Pass to Watson. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. O'Neal. And he goes in for the dunk.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Timeout called. The Knicks. Clarkson's checked in for New York. Alvarado comes in for Bridges. And the Lakers also making a switch. Bryant's checked in. New York has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Brunson against Russell. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success. Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Anunoby for 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Brunson with it. Guarded now by Watson. Anunoby for 3. Knocks down the long J. Anunoby's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. A nice shot by Watson.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Brunson against Bridges. Brunson with the bucket. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Bridges, a screen on Brunson. Russell, the pass to Bridges. Here's Christie. Back to Bridges. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Towns. And Clarkson, here we go. Drops in the layup for 2. Clarkson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
You give Clarkson an opening and he'll cut right through your defense. He has great instincts on the drive.
And there's a 3-second violation. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You take a look at New York. They're in 5th place, right in the middle of the conference. Still time to improve that positioning.
You know, for the Knicks, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 19. New York working the ball around now. Diawara passes to Clarkson, and the three-pointer goes. Clarkson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Out to Bridges to halt the run. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Brunson from the arc. And Anunoby for 3. Christie with a rebound.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Kicks it out to Bryant. Launches it. They get it again. Bridges passes to Russell. Bridges, a screen on Clarkson. Back to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Pass to Russell. The 3-ball. And it's Brunson with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Brunson against Christie. Bridges, a screen on Brunson. Now here's Christie. Defense right on him. Bryant outside. Fires from deep. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson passes to Brunson. Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And that's 13 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting at about 34% here in this game. And it's Russell on the drive. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Oh, there's Russell flashing that quickness. This is why his guys encourage him to attack the rack, because he does have that speed.
Here's Diawara. Yet to see a basket.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Knicks lead 72.
51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Russell with the ball. On the wing, Bryant. From downtown, the Knicks pull it in. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And Anunoby finds Towns. 3-pointer off the mark. And the Lakers shooting at 30% here in the second. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Here's Anunoby. It's tipped. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. New York out in front, delivering the blowout. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Karl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Karl.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. So how much does winning an award like this boost a player's confidence?
Well, I know it would have done a ton for Kenny's confidence if he ever got one.
It would have been nice, that's for sure. But Shaq, did you ever win this award?
Oh, you can't be serious right now. Look it up, Kenny. That's all I'm saying, baby.
And switching gears to the game at hand, Jalen Brunson in the first half. He was on one.
Brunson's getting buckets. He's playing to his strength. The defense hasn't had an answer, so he just keeps rolling.
Yeah, very assertive, and they trust his decision-making.
That does it for halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Miles Bridges. He's out there with LeBron James. And it's Bryant in at the 2.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Brunson. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Iverson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Allen Iverson at the line. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. No good on the second free throw. And the Knicks shooting 56% today. Bridges on the attack. New York working the ball around now. Screen by Hart. Here's Brunson outside. And that one goes. Now 10 for 13 on the night.
Yeah, a dead-eye shooter. Don't expect Brunson to miss many of those.
Knicks lead 75-35.
Pass to Bryant. Clock at 6. 18 feet out. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Guys, back to you.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Fires from the line, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Here's Iverson. Carries it down low. Iverson's got 11 points.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Back to Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Let's go with a 3. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist of the night.
That is the shot they want Anunoby to take, and he excels in the catch and shoot.
Bridges a screen on Brunson. Here's Iverson. And that one is hammered home.
So tough to keep him in front of you. He's always playing on his front foot, using that first step.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Williams is checked in for the Lakers.
First team foul. The Lakers substitution, number 14, Kenrich Williams.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 26. Outside Hart from outside the arc. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. It's James on the wing. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Bryant outside. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Anunoby. And there's the drive. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And I love the burst that Anunoby can bounce off the floor with, finishing the drive.
And Williams punches it home.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
And here's Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Tries the 9-footer. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Kenrich Williams.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
Richards is checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Bryant. And the Lakers call time here. Here's a look at some numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
Making us move nightly. That was your Knicks sitting answer.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And you gotta love Jalen Brunson's mix of physical and mental skills. He's not just fast and tenacious, he's also very intelligent about how he attacks you.
Now, here is James. Pass to Richards. Soft touch off the glass. Richards has gotten his second bucket.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Now Brunson. And he's got 28 now. New York, again, can't hit.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
James deciding where to go with it. Banked it in off the glass. James has got his second basket on the night.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Outside Brunson. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Off the inbound, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that's now 30 points for Jalen Brunson.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
James against Anunoby. Shoots from the elbow. And it's New York with a rebound. Brunson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shakes him. Outside Hart. Back to Bridges. The baseline J is on the way. And he drops that one in. Bridges has got 11 points.
The mid-range isn't a total no-go for Bridges. He can get that dialed in.
Here's Iverson. Brunson defending. Iverson can't hit. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Richards' shot is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play. And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Out to James. Fires the 3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Okay, Bron with the big boy moves. Look, he just absorbs the foul, still getting the shot, doesn't even feel it.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
A new lineup here for New York.
What I appreciate about LeBron is how much he loves being a leader. He knows how much his teammates count on him.
Christie passes to James. And slam dunk by James.
LeBron, the old man, throwing it down. Not much anyone can do about that still.
Alvarado, the pass to Robinson. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. The Knicks have gone 8 of 13 in the second half. Clarkson passes to Alvarado. No good on the triple. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh,
that was unbelievable!
Wow.
Now that is a finish for the ages.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Alvarado with it. He's got 5. To the middle. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line. Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sochan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
Here's James. Give him 8 points now. Basket's good.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
13. I think everybody knows how good LeBron James is, but the thing that makes it remarkable is the longevity of his talent, and he is still leading the way for his team.
Here's Kolek. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Clarkson. Uses the glass on the layup.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
James outside. James left side. The shot's good on the assist by James.
3-point goal.
James has got 3 assists in the game.
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
The shot by Sochan, no good. The Lakers shooting at about 44% so far. Oh, and the jam by James.
What a flush by James. Shades of his dad, LeBron, right there.
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Out to James. 3-pointer. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
The Knicks shooting nearly 60% from the floor in the third. Pass to Clarkson.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Sochan down to 5 on the shot clock. From 13, LeBron with the rebound. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Outside, Williams. Screen by James. Christie passes to James. And it's James with the jam.
So unpredictable in pick and roll sets. James just taking what he sees and lets it open up.
Clarkson outside. Jacks up a 3. He missed there. His first misfire in 5 tries. To the inside. Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Clarkson. He drains it from the right block. Clarkson's gotten 4 this quarter.
99.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. James attacking, and it's James with the jam.
And there's no question James is an impressive athlete. I just love seeing him drive inside and finish.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clarkson with the ball. He's against Watson. The layup off target.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Now, here is James. He's got 19.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
4th team foul. Los Angeles substitution.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Clarkson. Left block shot on the way. Yes, it's good. Clarkson's got 14 points for the game.
101-72.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Jeremy Sohan out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Jose Alvarado. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Kolek in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. No good on the 3.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Now here's Man. Not a lot of room.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Graham, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
On the wing, Clarkson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
New York ball. At the line.
No good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. Here's Robinson. Now off the inbound. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, great find from Sohan. This is why his guys like playing with him.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Here's Richards. The rebound by Kolek. And New York shooting 56% today. Pass to Robinson. Sohan outside. Ooh, poked away. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Sohan. Outside for Russell. Crowder right side. The 3 is up. The Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sohan, the pass to Clarkson. From 13, it's rebounded by Los Angeles. Outside Man. That one's good for 2.
He took it right to the rack, and look, there's no one that can stop him.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Clarkson. It's Robinson, high post. Richards is there. Here's Alvarado, tipped. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Russell, that's good.
Just willing that one in. That's a tough shot there by Russell.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
New York making a switch here. Tomlin's checked in. Crowder with a screen. Inside. And Crowder with the jam.
Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Tomlin, and it's Anunoby in for Clarkson. Bryant, he's checked in for the Lakers. New York leading by 23. Up top, Anunoby. Towns for three. And the Knicks miss again.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
Screen by Bridges. Oubre. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns is... Alvarado outside. Towns, left side. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Bryant outside, looking to get back on track. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Oh, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Alvarado, the pass to Anunoby. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
Hart's checked in for New York. And the Lakers also making a change. James is checked in for Crowder. Here's Bryant. Hart with the defensive effort.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively. And that's having a ripple effect.
17.
So for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges checked in for Kolek. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. New York has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Towns outside. Hart with a screen on Bridges. Towns for three. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now Bryant. Pass to Mann. Launches a three. No luck on that one. Outside Anunoby. Now here's Hart. New York working the ball around now. Out to Bridges. And here's Brunson. Stolen by Bryant. They've got numbers. And there's James from the arc. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Brunson. It's Bridges on the wing. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Here's Mann. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Bridges with it. And Miles Bridges is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that. Because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
6 to shoot. Robinson can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Bridges. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten them so far.
Hart with a screen on Oubre. Here's Bridges. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, Bridges has many ways to convert inside, which can make it tough to stop.
And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. And Anunoby gets it to go.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Pass to Bridges.
1388.
Here's Iverson. Brunson defending. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Los Angeles. On Tuesday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
They have a nice string of home contests coming up. This team has been fantastic in their own house, so a great chance to put together a few wins right now.
It's going to be on LeBron James. That's foul number 2 for him. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
James with a steal. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in the game. Clarkson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
That free throw good from James. And both free throws good from James.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
First free throw is good. Well, a multi-sport survey showed that among respondents, the average age of referees in the U.S. was almost 57. Is that a concern, you think?
Well, we've seen that in the NBA. Older officials retiring and becoming teachers, and the younger generation coming in, still cutting their teeth. Ultimately, they've got to continue to learn and build, and that takes time.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Kolek. Fires for 3. The rebound by Bridges. Here's Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Alvarado. He buries it from 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Out to James.
94.
The 11-footer. That went off the back iron and out. And the Knicks shooting 41% here in the 4th. Now here's Clarkson. He's covered closely. Up top, Robinson. Shoots over Bridges. Deflected. Now Los Angeles moving it up. Now here is James. Right side O'Neal. James can't get it to go. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And the free throw, no good. You know, one of the ideas that's been thrown around for the All-Star festivities, a one-on-one tournament with $1 million prize on the line, RJ.
That is amazing when you think about that number. But players are making $75, $80 million a season. Ultimately, that's got to come from within. The want to compete against the best on the biggest stage.
And here's James. Pass to Richards. Robinson with a steal. Sohan with the ball. Richards picks him up. Here's Kolek. Tries the spin move. The shot's good.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so they'll chalk up another win and put themselves at 31 wins on the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Jalen Brunson.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
The Knicks making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Sohail. Russell, that's good.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
Knicks shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. And there's the whistle. That goes on Mac. It's Christie.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Magic. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Lakers are,
they've got some nice momentum going. We're in the meat of the schedule now, and they're only getting better. Bodes well for the rest of the way.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Miles Bridges is out there with O'Neal. Then it's James. And there's Bryant, and it's Iverson in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, we've got Nicholas Claxton. Traore is out there with Demon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Wolf in at the 4 slot. Claxton with it, defended by Shaq. 5 on the clock, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, just so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
And the Nets with possession here after the miss from Allen Iverson. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Porter looking it over. Three-pointer. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to New York. From deep, James, Traore with the rebound. Inside, and Claxton throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Iverson kicks to LeBron. Bridges a screen on Porter. Out to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Kobe. Here's the three. Sinks the triple.
You know, you've got to guard Kobe the moment he crosses half court. He's got that kind of range, and he doesn't have any reservations about letting it fly.
Here's Traore. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Shot from free throw range. Wolf grabs the miss.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Outside, Porter bangs home the trifecta.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down, because after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
Now here's Iverson. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
The Nets shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now here's Iverson. Screen by O'Neal. Iverson dishes to O'Neal. No good that time. Good defense by Claxton. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Lakers. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And you know, for Los Angeles,
they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
LeBron won't hesitate if he finds a spot he likes behind the arc.
And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Outside, Porter. And the Nets miss again.
Trying to match three, sometimes you get too amped up, and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
Ron right side. Offensive rebound, O'Neal. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Nets trail by 3. Out to the wing. Pass to Traore. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Lakers second.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. James, the pass to Kobe. Pass to Shaq. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Traore can't hit. Lakers leading by 3. Bryant in the post. Porter's there. Bryant can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Down low. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And, you know, when you foul Porter Jr., you better foul him like you mean it, or it'll be an and one, just like it was there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
And we've seen several leads
changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's James. He's got 5. Outside, James. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And again, no good by the Lakers.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Traore. Bridges with the board. Lakers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
O'Neal finds James. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Capitalizing from the interior. Shots like this really help James's confidence.
Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Traore can't hit.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. They're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
It has been a heck of a season already, Clark, and we're just getting to the really good part of the year.
Yeah. I agree with you there, partner. I mean, everybody is stepping up the intensity now. You can see it and feel it. It seems like every game counts for more than just one game as teams fight for position in the standing.
Now James, following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. James with it. 23 points his last outing. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
You know, it was 1-1 split from two teams on the opposite side of the standings. You know, as we've said many times, anything can happen when you play out of conference.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Traore. Iverson covering. And finished off by Porter.
Boy, the size, the vertical, the explosiveness. Porter Jr. has all the tools to throw it down.
Iverson dishes to Williams. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Now, here's Porter. 8 points for him. From deep. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Iverson, trailing by 2. Brooklyn with the rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Demon, defended by Crowder. To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
And we know this, Clark. Michael Porter Jr. can be explosive offensively.
Yeah, he can put together some high-scoring games for sure, Kevin. He's the kind of guy that I think has still a lot of room to grow in his game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Bonnie's checked in. James checked in for the Lakers. And so he makes both from the line. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 4. Pass to Nelson, over Claxton. Nelson, no luck. Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the 3 ball is good. And the Nets lead by 7.
He's a big guy with some serious range, so you have to respect him from out there.
James, the pass to Christie. Nelson with a screen on Kennard. Baseline jumper. Rebound, Brooklyn. Porter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Kennard. Here's Demon. Shot clock at 5. Another one falls from Brooklyn. Lakers trail by 9. James up top. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York. Williams sets a screen for Crowder. On the wing, Williams. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lets the three fly. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Christie. James looking around. To the paint. Here's Williams. And that one, good. Williams has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Nelson. Can't cash in from the high post. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Nets lead by 13. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nets?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Surratt is out there with Kennard. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Outside, Williams takes the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. Here's Surratt. He's guarded by Russell. Kennard for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Kennard against Russell. They swipe it. Over in the corner, Williams lets it go with the 3. Goes back up. Surratt. It's hauled in by Watson. Lakers trail by 9. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough. So you try to build it." Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Powell, he's checked in for Surratt. Pass to Kennard. Back to Powell. Shoots over Richards. Here's Sharp. Lays it up off the glass. Sharp's got his first basket of the night.
Love seeing that kind of activity on the offensive glass. Nicely done.
Russell passes to Richards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Kennard, the bounce pass. Here's Clowney. Williams for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lakers trail by 10. Russell looking it over. Pass to Watson. Now here's Williams. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Williams. Watson for 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
and really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And he gets it to go.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Nets leading by 8. It's Powell on the wing, defended by Christie. Sharp the pass to Kennard. Here's Clowney. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Clowney's got 6.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch you.
And Los Angeles with some changes. James checked in for Williams. Bryant comes in for Max Christie. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And he knocks down the first one. And Richards drops them both. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
You got to love Iverson's tenacity, especially when he's driving.
Here's Demon. Iverson covering. And there's the defensive 3-second call. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Pass to Wolf. The Nets working the ball around now. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And a moment here to see the numbers for Michael Porter. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Nets leading by 7. Pass to Kennard. Here's Porter. From down in the low post, it goes. Porter's got 18 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's a 12-point Nets lead.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
And that one's good, Iverson.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
Pass to Demon. Back to Kennard. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. While we can, let's get a quick check of our 2K leaderboard for a glimpse at one of the NBA's most elite groups. The top three-point shooting wingman in the league. LeBron James third.
I mean, you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on that list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter, and you risk them blowing by you. But if you back off, you might get your feelings hurt.
Well, I think you've got to take the first approach. You got to get up into them. You can't give these guys any space to shoot the three.
Lets it go from 14. The shot by Bryant, no good.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so J.J. Redick will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. With some changes. O'Neal's check in for Nick Richards. And it's Miles Bridges in for Peyton Watson. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for LeBron James. 14th in scoring. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And back to his efficiency from three, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
The Nets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Michael Porter Jr. at the line. One shot.
Free throw good. Porter.
Well, he's a reliable scorer. He's an effective rebounder. He's improved defensively. There is a lot to like about Michael Porter Jr.'s game.
Here's Demon. He's coming off a 22-point game against Detroit. Launches it. Porter, no luck. Now Bryant. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Yeah, that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Pass to Wolf. Here's Demon. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And the Lakers turn it over again. A moment here now to see the numbers for Miles Bridges.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hasn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And that one's good by Porter.
Boy, the coaching staff loves when Porter Jr. takes these kinds of shots. It really helps establish a rhythm for him.
That'll be a 5-second call. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. Off the inbound pass. Rebounded by the Lakers. Shaq's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And that's his 4th TO here of the quarter. Wasting far too many possessions in this game.
Outside Porter. Here's Traore. Scoreless thus far. And Claxton throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And a wide open look for Porter. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Porter's got 26.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
That'll be a 5-second call.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes, have really kind of drained their confidence to this point. Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Guys, hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, makes it all the more difficult.
Well, you put yourself in a tough spot. I mean, 8 points yielded off turnovers this quarter already.
Off the inbound. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 8 rebounds in this game. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
There's Porter with the 3. Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
James checked in for LeBron. It's the Nets now, and that one's good by Porter.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And continuing to cough it up here, the TO's threatening to cost these guys the game.
Yeah, you want to get a shot every time down, even if it's a tough shot. Any shot is better than no shot. You just don't want to turn it over.
Here's Traore. And Shaq pulls it down.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
You know, you hate to blame anybody, but those turnovers are a big reason why they're down.
Max Christie, he's checked in for Bryant. Pass to Claxton. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Bronny James. The Nets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. First one falls for him.
Early on, he was just forcing his way to the line. But here in the second period, I think he's kind of taking what the defense gives him instead of initiating things.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. 1:39 left to play in the first half. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Lakers. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Just been really inefficient. 5 turnovers. You know, it's as if he's playing for the other team.
Pass to Wolf. A 3-ball. And a check with the rebound. O'Neal's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And this gives us a moment now to show you the rookies with the highest shooting percentage over the past 10 games. Well, you look at Traoré, a great player, second in the league. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Here's Claxton. A rebound by the Lakers. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
This one for 3. Traoré can't hit.
And what a struggle it has been, yet to convert a single shot from the field.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And the turnover total is staggering. And this staff cannot be happy.
Not at all, guys. I mean, all these mistakes and miscues have really hamstrung their effort.
Porter outside. Bridges with the board. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. 12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Porter. 3 seconds left. It's blocked by Shaq. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And so it's Brooklyn, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year.
The voting process will be wrapping up soon. Finally. Excited to see which players make the cut.
Same. In fact, I might suit up and try some dunks I've been working on.
Of the trampoline variety, no doubt.
You've been spying on me, Ernie?
You don't want to know. And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Lakers.
Number one goal in the offseason, get yourself some rim protectors. The guys you have cannot do it.
And credit their opponent for relentlessly exploiting that here. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And what a job they've done converting turnovers into points. Second in the league in that category. It really speaks to their collective tenacity.
And that #1 ranking in rebounding is no fluke. They've got the muscle and, Greg, the persistence to control the glass in every game they play. Pass to Wolf. Here's Traore. Here's Demon. Misses the three. Now here's James. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Burnett shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. And on the floor for J.J. Redick as we get into the second half. Miles Bridges is out there with LeBron James. And there's Allen Iverson. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Bryant in at the 2. That'll be a 5-second call.
And how about the numbers here for Bryant? He's putting up about 28 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Pass to Traore. The kick out to Porter. And the 3 off target.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Porter. Money from the wing. Porter's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
You've got to do a better job of just taking care of the basketball. 4 points off of those turnovers.
And when you're behind like they are, you can't afford those kinds of mistakes and empty trips.
Count it. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
The Achilles heel of this team right now, turnovers.
6 points given away on miscues. They can't afford many more if they're going to cut into this lead.
All sorts of time. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
A couple of turnovers for him in just the last 2 minutes. He needs to be a little more careful with the rock out there.
Here is Porter. He has 38 in the game.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
And the Nets with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from it.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And this deficit, a direct result of their lack of execution offensively.
Ugly basketball, plain and simple. In this quarter alone, they've given away 10 points off their miscues.
Here is Porter. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. And here is LeBron. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. The Lakers making a switch here. Watson's checked in.
Los Angeles substitution. Number 43, Peyton Watson.
Brooklyn's getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Wolf. Good on the three-point shot. Wolf got 8 points.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
Yeah, his impact on the glass is drifting downward. You know, sometimes as a player, your focus shifts. You redirect your energy toward other phases of the game. And that could be what's happening here. But obviously, it's a bit of a concern going forward.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Lakers. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Wolf. James with some nice D.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking. Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Right side, Porter. It's to Demon. There's the three. Hits the three-point bomb. 13 points in the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
I tell you what, they've got a nice reservation for him over on the bench if he keeps this up. 4th turnover already.
It's the Nets now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. The Nets on offense. It's been 16 straight unanswered. Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. 6 to shoot. And that one is good. Demon's got 15 points.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Williams, he's checked in for James. Here's Porter.
Brooklyn foul. Wolf. Second personal foul.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And how about a look now at the first-year block leaders in the NBA? Here are the top rookie intimidators. Well, you look at Traoré, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued, it takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishes.
Boy, he does such a good job of positioning himself, so you have a hard time getting shots over him. One of the best of all rookies denying the rim.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Brooklyn.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
And Porter, no good on that one. Tipped. And they're on the break. Williams with the ball. 7 points in the game. Just 5 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And they are in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. They are playing some stingy defense and making shots difficult.
And they've been very steady at the free throw line, like you said, GA. Not perfect by any means, but consistent. Here's Traore. He has yet to score. Outside, Porter jacks up a 3. Wolf, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Young fella is a walking turnover right now. Just far too sloppy in this quarter.
The Lakers making a switch here. Christie's checked in. The Nets working the ball around now. Outside, Porter. And again, it's the Nets missing. Now Richards. He has 6. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Russell, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Los Angeles substitution. Number 28, D'Angelo Russell.
With the chance to keep this run going.
And how about the efficiency that they're operating with at the moment?
And Claxton throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
That'll be a 5-second call. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
On the court.
Here's Agbaji. He averages about 5 points a game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Now, taking a look at some stats for Kennard. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, the scoring turns for time.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now here's Williams. He's got 7, and they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. Williams' shot is off. And here's Russell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Shots good by Kennard.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Goes up off the inbound. Rebound by Williams. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. The Nets shooting 47%, pretty solid. Left side, Williams. And they pick up 2. Williams has got 5.
I think he's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. It could actually be a blow-by every single time.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Kennard with the ball. 10 points for him. The three-pointer no good.
Despite his struggles to heat up and get going, the lead still remains intact.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Very smooth pace to this offense, guys.
Yeah, looking to keep building on this run.
Sharp, the pass to Agbaji. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Kennard. At the line, one time.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. To the middle. Here's Connie. Good. A nice assist for Williams. 8 points for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Next ball.
Pass to Clowney. And here's Sharp. He's guarded by Williams. The shot's good from Kennard.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
That'll be a 5-second call. And Los Angeles with some changes. Shaq comes in for Williams. And it's Miles Bridges in for Peyton Watson.
O'Neal. Miles Bridges.
Williams with a clean look. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
Next ball.
Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting 2 guards in the NBA. Well, you look at Kennard, 4th in the league, and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, I don't care what their position is, guys. I mean, they deserve a bunch of credit for those numbers. Each one of them is just so clutch at the foul line.
Next ball.
Puts it up off the inbound. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Net shooting around 48% so far in the 3rd. Now, Kennard, 16 points for him. And that one's good, Agbaji. Agbaji's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. .146 left to play in the 3rd. Here's Kennard, and he lays it straight in. Kennard's got 11 in the 2nd half.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take them because he is pedal to the metal right now.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
That's his 3rd turnover of the quarter. I think he's got to slow things down just a bit.
And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter of the game. Williams gets the bucket.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Third and second chance points. Ninth in opponent field goal percentage. And they're top 10 in free throw shooting. Always focused on that aspect of the game, not looking to give points away.
And you brought up their offensive rebounding, third and second chance points. They know they're never going to get an easier chance than on a putback. Back to Kennard. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Kennard at the line. One shot.
Shooting one.
That free throw good from Kennard. Here is Williams. 12 points for him. Off the inbound, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Next ball.
.52 seconds left in the third quarter. Kennard finds Williams. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. Yep, that one goes. Kennard's got 14 points here in the second half.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Basketball.
Here's Agbaji. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. Just 5 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Did not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Agbaji. James covering. Agbaji can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Coming up on the floor for the Lakers, number 3, Allen Iverson.
Here's Kennard. That one, no good. And so it's Brooklyn with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Williams is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Sharp, and it's Clowney in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And he banks in the layup. Brownie's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nets.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Step back shot. Nelson with the rebound. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. James checked in for Iverson.
Lakers substitution. Number 9, Bronny James.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Williams. Pass to Clowney. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Really left alone that time. Kennard's got 27.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Brooklyn with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Williams throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Kelly Oubre.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And the free throw, no good. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And 3 turnovers in the fourth. He's not making things any easier for his team.
Yeah, I think he's got some making up to do for all these miscues, and hopefully he does that. But priority 1 is being smart about how you play.
Short. That's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle with their offensive end.
With 4 spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball, and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Yeah, another costly turnover. That's number 4 here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a lot of possessions left on the table, and he's been the main culprit. Squeeze that orange, young fella.
3 from the inbound, and the Nets another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And these turnovers he's committing are just killing his team.
Yeah, and that was a raggedy quarter of basketball for him. That's the only way I can say it. He's hurting more than he's helping him right now.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got 36.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Williams. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 7 rebounds in the game. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And you know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Kennard. Williams for 3. Crowder pulls it in. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. They put up quite a few unanswered points.
Yeah, and you know, clearly they have hit on something that is working for this team.
Kennard for 3. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 8th rebound here tonight. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Saraf, he's checked in for the Nets. The Lakers also with the sub, Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Terrence Mann. Nets shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 6 in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Pass to Saraf. Offline with his 3.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin, and these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now, here's Sharp. Defended by Richards. Sharp, that's good.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
That'll be a 5-second call. Now he's checked in for Saraf.
Coming up on the floor for your Knicks, number 4, Drake Powell.
Kennard for 3. Lakers with the rebound. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Net shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Powell. The rebound by Richards. Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
Kobe's checked in for Jay Crowder. Powell kicks to Kennard. Outside Williams. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. They get it back. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 12 points in just the second half.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. The Nets making a switch here. Wilson's checked in.
For your Knicks, number 22, Jalen Wilson.
Williams kicks to Kennard. Back to Williams. Shoots over Richards. The shot by Williams, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
The Nets making a switch here. Agbaji's checked in. Guys, they've been getting it done at both ends during this run.
Yeah, really tough to say where they've been better.
Kennard, the bounce pass. Nets passing it around. And that one's good, Agbaji.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now. He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. The Nets shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Williams passes to Kennard. Pass to Clowney. Here's Agbaji. Nailed from three-point land.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Pass to Williams. Back to Sharp. Now, here's Kennard. Puts up a 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. And Clark, is someone who has been around the game their entire life, what advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard, stay away from the snare of compare, and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Kennard finds Sharp. Back to Kennard. The 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Williams has got 7 rebounds in the game. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Surratt He's checked in for Brooklyn.
Checking in for Brooklyn, number 77, Ben Surratt.
The Nets shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Pass to Agbaji. Here's Surratt. Here's Agbaji. 4 on the shot clock. No one covering.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
That'll be a 5-second call. Well, Clark, with the game becoming more global, some are saying the NBA should adopt some FIBA rules to more closely align the leagues. Any changes you'd welcome?
Well, you know, Kevin, with all the shooting that teams possess now, maybe the league can get away from the defensive 3-second rule. I mean, there's so much switching and interchanging of players. The offenses are usually so well spread out. I think you should just maybe abandon that particular rule. Throw those big guys a bone and let them park inside at their own peril.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. To the inside. Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Nets passing it around. And Clowney can't get it to go. Richards with it. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Kennard's shot is off. Now here's Williams. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. The Nets making a switch here. Nelson's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Christie's checked in. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. I mean, they just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Michael Porter.
Absolutely tremendous offensively. Relentless, accurate, on point. What a night.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Clowney's checked in. Short. That's good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. .24 seconds left in the fourth. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Basketball.
And the Nets with possession here. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
At the line.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Saroff. Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Allie LaForce, to my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Michael Porter.